Hello everyone, this is Jasmeet Bhatia from Landmark Global Learning Limited, and today we have another special guest with us, Mr. Vivek Yadav from George Brown College, Canada. So George Brown College is basically in the heart of Toronto. The location is great. I have visited myself, and their hospitality location is also very great. I have eaten at a restaurant which is run by George Brown College, and I've seen the bakery where they cook delicious, bakery items, and they are sold out every day. Vivek, I came to know that they sell everything what they cook there, and students get the experience what students get there. I think it cannot be matched. So Vivek, welcome to our live session, and there are a lot of like I want you to give us like on site in hand. You can give us the information to the students and their parents directly, and tell us more about George Brown College. And it has a lot of history. It's a great location. And students who are there, a lot of students there. It's always buzzing. The college is always buzzing. So tell us more about George Brown College.
Thank you, Jasmeet, and glad to be on your YouTube live show. Thanks for the opportunity to reach out to so many students and parents out there who are planning to study abroad, especially to Canada. So about George Brown, as you said, George Brown is located right in the city center, right in the heart of Toronto City, and we were established in 1967. We are one of the oldest and largest publicly funded college, and we have always been an accredited member of Polytechnics Canada. But the name change happened. The name change from George Brown College to George Brown Polytechnic happened in the beginning of this year. And it also coincided with the launch of our first ever master's program in the field of construction management. So we are the only institution, we are the only polytechnic that is currently offering a master's in construction management program, though we offer other many programs which are very popular among international students. We are also among top 10 research polytechnic institution. And why I'm saying this is because since 2007, we have collaborated on almost 20,000 projects, involved around 18,000 students in different areas, and also attracted $90 million in research funding. So from these numbers, you can imagine how big our name is in the field of research and innovation. We have 3 state-of-the-art campuses located, as you said, in the city center of Toronto City, that's downtown Toronto. And we have approximately 28,000 full-time students, including 11,000 international students from over 100 plus different nationalities. We used to offer 170 plus programs to international students, but right now, out of 170, we have around 80 plus programs which are postgraduate work permit eligible, and also aligned with the labor shortage as per the CIP codes list issued by IRCC back in October 2024. You are right. We are the largest hospitality and culinary school in Canada. We also have our own restaurant by the name Chef's House. We also run our own cafeteria by the name Chef on the Run. These both are in downtown itself. So Chef on the Run is inside the St. James Hospitality and Culinary Building. And from St. James campus, 5 minutes walk is our restaurant. And both are operated and run by our hospitality and culinary students itself. And even in today's time, we have 2 bachelor's degree, one in food studies, one in culinary management, available for international students, and a certificate program called Culinary Skills, and all 3 are work permit eligible as well. So our location downtown, this location gives our international students an extra edge. The reason behind that is because just walking distance away from our campuses, you would see all these buzzing skyscrapers, right? All the multinational companies with their headquarters. And not just this, thousands of restaurants, bakeries, cafeterias, shopping complexes, shopping malls. So Jasmeet, you have been in the industry of international education recruitment since so many years, since decades, I believe. Location plays a really important role in life of an international student. The reason behind that is because students need to look for the part-time jobs once they start their studies, right, to support their living. And then they also need to look for the co-ops, field education, which is a part of their program, and eventually for the full-time jobs as well. So
Yeah.
our location nearby, everything is there. We give the access to the top employers and also the access to build strong network in Canada.
Yeah. Definitely. See, Vivek, location, I think it's unmatchable. I know like every mall, even the Eaton Center is like steps away. And then, you can go to the harbor front and there are a lot of bakeries, there are a lot of stores all around there. And getting a part-time job is also a great option for students who are studying there. And talk about the feel is like you will have a big city environment. If you're looking for studying in a city environment, and it's like one of the best cities in Canada. So Toronto is the best if you want a buzzing life. So sometimes people say like you're going to Canada and you not see people. So Toronto is not that kind of a city. It's buzzing with people. It's buzzing with activities. Something is every time there's something or the other thing on the harbor front. Every day there is a daily activity there. So you'll not feel like you have come to a place where there are no activities. And talking about your master program, see, I'll dig into more. I want to know about more about the master program. Right now there are a lot of students who are showing interest in the master programs, and students are looking forward to taking admission. So tell us more about the master program and its eligibility requirements, you know,
Sure.
and how's that beneficial. I know construction is on the shortage, on Canadian government's top priority is construction, providing home, and they have controlled the prices also. And that is, if you are taking admission in construction masters job, you can get your job and everything, sorted. So what are the entry requirements and what is the tuition fees? Is there any scholarship available to the students? Yeah.
All right. So, see, our master's program is a 1 year, 12 months program, and it is only offered in September intake, not in January and May. And this program requires a 4 years bachelor's degree with minimum 70% overall aggregate to qualify. Along with that, we also need English proficiency results, which are IELTS academic or PT academic or dueling or TOEFL. In IELTS, we need 6.5 overall with no band less than 6. So these are the two major academic and English proficiency requirements.
70% and 6.5, no one less than 6. 70%
Absolutely.
marks. So any graduate or specific graduate?
A specific graduate. So we would give the preference to the relevant education credentials. For example, if student has completed a 4 years or a beyond 4 years degree like architecture, construction, civil engineering, interior design, smart buildings and operations, right? Any of the fields which are relevant to construction, then we are okay to accept them. Preference would also be given to those students who also have relevant work experience. So if any student is out there with the 4 years bachelor's degree in the relevant field, but they also have gained work experience in the construction related field, then your resume plays a really important role in getting qualified for this program. And we just need your resume, not your salary slip or offer or appointment letter. And in your resume, you should mention the organization name, the duration of your work, and the detailed job descriptions, not just one or two lines. And you are right, Jasmeet. This construction field is one of the fields which is aligned with the labor shortage. This is a sector in which Canadian government need more people to work in the future. And I was listening to Job Minister Patty Haidu recently, and she was saying the same thing at one of the universities. She said that in the future in Canada there would be more jobs available in the construction and skilled trades. And she also mentioned, and she even urged the university degree students who were studying there to also look for the pathways to enter somehow in the skill trade, because she said for a very long period of time in Canada, these jobs were ignored both by domestic and international students. Because
Yeah.
you remember a few years back, if any student would coming to us and asking for programs like plumbing or electrician, the students were not that much interested. But now Canada needs people in these areas because they are going to invest very heavily in infrastructure,
Yeah.
improving housing, improving real estate, right? And what they need is, carpenters, construction workers, HVAC people. So this is a strong and a simple message from the Canadian government itself that we need people in the skilled trades. We need more people to work in these areas.
Yeah, definitely. So what? See, we were discussing there is only one master program, which is masters in construction, and how much gap is acceptable in this master program? Like a maximum number of years of gap or experience is acceptable.
See, we do not accept study gaps of more than 5 years, and we count that study gap from the last full time qualification completed year. But we are okay to make an exception if we would find the profile is really strong with a good percentage, strong work experience, strong communication skills, evident by the IELTS or Duolingo scores. We are okay to make an exception on that part as well.
So gap we can case to case basis we can see to
Yeah.
it. And what is the turnaround time for the offer letter for master program?
Approximately 2 weeks' time, you can say to the student if they are willing and keen to apply to this program.
The master program is 2 weeks, but if somebody is applying for diploma programs, that will be quicker.
I would say 1 to 2 weeks. Yes, masters take more time to get analyzed because sometimes our admissions team, they also need to coordinate to with the program professor in order to evaluate whether profile is strong for the program or not. That's the reason I said 2 weeks for the master's program. But yes, for other diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduate program, it is from 1 to 2 weeks time.
So team is so any offer letter can be 1 week to 2 weeks. And there's a question from Mega. Mega, see, your is a specific case. You got your PPR and then you got your refusal. So you can visit our nearest office and get guidance. What can be done on your case and which college did you apply for? What was your course? We can look into it. And this is kind of a very very specific case. There's another question that PT 61 no less than 49, BCom 59% 2021. Do you have any option for him?
Based on BCom, student may consider applying to two of our programs, which are also work permit eligible. One is People Analytics. It's a branch of a human resource management program. It's not a general human resource program. It is a program that would give you the skills to analyze the company's employees' overall performance and also to analyze whether employees are happy in the organization or not. So another option is marketing management, digital media. In case if you would like to gain skills in the field of digital media marketing, like content marketing, email marketing. So 55% is what we need to qualify for both the programs. But in terms of English proficiency requirements, and in PTE, we need 60 overall with minimum 55 in each skill band.
So he's not eligible because he has one band 49. So you need
That's right.
55
The English
lowest.
proficiency student needs to reappear for the test and to get the required scores to apply.
So there's another question. Onshore students can apply visa study admission in your case without IELTS also, because if they have completed their studies onshore.
If they have already completed minimum 1 year of program in Canada, then yes, they can be exempted from providing English proficiency results to apply to our programs. But we need their expired English proficiency results to be uploaded in the application.
Yeah, so you should have your previous IELTS, which you took
Right.
your admission in Canada. And if you
Absolutely.
have that, you can apply without IELTS. Yeah.
That's right.
So what is the percentage requirement for master is 70%. It is only in construction, and the IELTS requirement is 6.5 band, no band less than 6. PT requirement is 60, no band less than 55.
That's correct.
And can we apply for conditional offer letter? Yes, you can apply for conditional offer letter. If you booked your IELTS or PTE, we can proceed with your conditional offer letter also. So there's another question. Do you have any co-op or internship opportunities in academic programs?
Oh, that's an interesting question. And I would like to inform all the students out there that all of George Brown College programs includes work experience opportunities. So see, there are different terms of internships at George Brown, like co-ops, field education, field placements, externships, and clinical placements. So all our business, IT, construction program, they include co-op, which is minimum of a 4 months internship component in your program. Clinical placements in all health sciences like nursing, dental, physiotherapy, these varies from 7 weeks to 14 weeks up to 28 weeks, right? But all George Brown College programs includes work experience opportunities. It is there to help you to build strong network, because when you will be looking for the full-time jobs in Canada, you can showcase that work experience in your resume. And here I would like to give you example of one of our school, early childhood education. um, Jasmeet, not many people know, but George Brown operates and runs their own 14 childcare centers, which are spreaded across Toronto City. So we offer four different programs under School of Early Childhood Education, and these program includes really good internship component. Like we offer a program C100 Early Childhood Education 2 years diploma, and in every semester of the program there is a 7 week field placement. So just imagine a student is going to study 2 years program, which is 4 semester, and in 4 semester, student is working 28 weeks. So just imagine the work experience they are gaining while doing the program itself. And because we run so many childcare centers of our own, which serves around 1,200 Canadian families every year, so many of our early childhood education students, they get an opportunity to work at our own childcare centers. So this
That's
is just one of the examples to make you understand the kind of opportunities we have to help you, because internship, all these co-ops, field education, all these components are an integral part of the component to help you to build your network, expand your network, and finally to get a full-time job, right? Yeah.
So there is like before there's a question like what is the fees for UG and PG. So before that, I would like to ask you what is the entry requirement for UG and PG programs, and then we can discuss the tuition fees.
Sure. So for if a student is looking for a diploma, which is 2 years, and advanced diploma 3 years program, what we need is overall aggregate of 60% in grade 12, minimum 50% in English in grade 12th. If you are looking for programs which are under STEM category, then yes, we need maths as well in grade 12th with 50%. But for all other programs except STEM, then we don't need your grade 12th maths. We just need your maths in grade 10th with 50% marks. For bachelor's degree, we need overall 65% with no subject less than 60%. And again, for STEM related bachelor's degree, we again need your maths in grade 12. For postgraduate certificates, for business programs, we need 55%. For all other programs, we need minimum 60%. And only for masters, we need 70%. So, Landmark Immigration is one of our authorized partner. If you have more questions on the admission requirements or how to apply, when to apply, what's the deadline, whether program is still open or not, whether program is PGWP eligible or not, please connect to Landmark Immigration team. They are very well versed with our admission requirements. Yes.
So now, what is the tuition fees for UG and PG program? Is there a specific tuition fees or it is different for all the programs?
See, for diplomas, advanced diplomas, it's quite general. 1 year of diploma, advanced diploma, overall would cost around 19,000 Canadian dollars. But this is not just the tuition fee. 19,000 would include tuition fee, health insurance, incidental fee, material fee, administrative fee, and all other fee which are related to college, but not your living expenses. But the fee in the postgraduate program varies from program to program, because there are many programs which are 1 year, 2 semester, and there are many programs which consist of 1 year consists of 3 semesters. So if 1 year, 3 semester program is there, the fees would go up to 28,000 Canadian dollars. But if a program is 2 semesters plus co-op, it remains somewhere between 19 to 20,000 Canadian dollars. For bachelor degree, I would say it is approximately between 22 and 23,000 Canadian dollars. And again, all these fees are not just the tuition fee, but inclusive of all other fee as well, which are related to college, but not your living expenses.
Great. So students, we've discussed the tuition fees. If you are doing 3 semesters, it will approximately like it's 9,000 every semester. It will increase automatically, and it's similar for most of the programs. And there will be some here and there, little bit of 5% down and up for every program. Yes, there is a new PAL requirement for every, after refusal, you need a new PAL according to the new rules. So you will need a new PAL, Amit, for all the rules. Is there any scholarship we are offering right now?
Yes, for bachelor's degree, we do have an entrance scholarship, and it's subject to grade 12 academic results. I understand scholarship is a really important factor, when students choose any university or a college or a polytechnic institution. And as I said, for bachelor's, our entrance scholarship starts from 1,000 Canadian dollars. And to avail that, you need to maintain overall aggregate of 80% in grade 12. And this is a renewable scholarship. That means the better you will perform in every semester of your bachelor degree, you can apply for scholarships up to 10,000 Canadian dollars. But unfortunately, for all other programs like postgraduate certificates, masters, diplomas, advanced diplomas, we do not have entrance scholarship. For these options, we have post admission scholarships ranging between 1,000 to 5,000 Canadian dollars, and it subjects to again your academic performance after joining the program. So let's suppose after you're going for a program called Health Informatics, and in the first semester you are maintaining a GPA of 3.2, 3.3 plus out of 4, and then our international center may consider you for scholarship ranging between 1 to 5,000 Canadian dollars, but it also subjects to your participation in the volunteering opportunities offered by the institution. Right, at George Brown and also outside of George Brown, we always encourage our international students to participate in as many volunteering opportunities as you can. The reason behind that is because if you would participate in such activities, such opportunities, then it would help you to understand the culture better, to help you to improve your communication skills, and also to build and expand your network. So I remember, Jasmeet, when I go to Canada, keep on meeting different students and ask them like, have you do you also participate in volunteering opportunities inside or outside the college? And I got to know that every year many George Brown College students also participate in Toronto International Film Festival. They go there and support in different varieties of jobs available, and also to help them out. So these are the experiences that you must gain when you become an international student out there.
Yeah, definitely. So, is there any practical nursing or dental program at George Brown?
We do have a practical nursing 2 years diploma program. It is offered in all the three intakes: September, January, and May. But the requirements are quite high to qualify for this program. What we need is minimum 70% in grade 12 English, maths, chemistry, and bio. Now I understand many of the PCB students in India, they do not take maths in grade 12. So for
Yeah.
them, we provide them a flexibility of appearing for our own math virtual admission test, and it
Hmm.
only cost you 65 Canadian dollars. If you
Hmm.
would go out to take a math virtual test in some other Ontario virtual school or other schools, it would cost you minimum between 500 to 1,000 Canadian dollars. But our test is quite cheaper. It only cost you 65 Canadian dollars. And if you clear this, we will give you the unconditional letter of acceptance. But for practical nursing, I would advise you to apply as early as you can with your complete documents, because in this program seats fills really quickly. This is already full for September, and this is now next available for Jan 27 intake.
Hmm.
Regarding dental, yes, we do offer dental programs, but unfortunately, many of the dental programs now at George Brown are not work permit eligible. So I think students wouldn't consider this option, because there is no point if you're investing such a huge amount of money and
There
not
is no
getting an
postponement.
opportunity
Yeah,
to work.
no
Yeah.
point. So there's another question. 48 or 49% cannot take admission. We need more percentage in that case.
Absolutely. Even for diplomas, we need overall
Not
60%.
eligible. We can look at some other college which are accepting lower percentage, but I think no, most of the public college have 50% as requirement. So see, right now, see, there was a delegation from Canada in the month of January, and there was a delegation in February. The Mark Carney, Prime Minister himself, came to India, and in March there was a delegation from the college side. They also CI CAN delegation visited India. How do you perceive, the future for Canadian education? Because what was built in last 15 years, which was like I think drowned in 12 months. So, what do you perceive for Canadian education? What is the future you're looking at, and why students should choose Canada right now, seeing such a turbulent, environment? What is your take on that?
Jasmeet, I joined George Brown back in 2014. And from 2014 till 2023, I have seen the students going to Canada every year increasing.
Hmm.
In 2023, you remember the situation was such that Canadian government issued approximately 430,000 plus new study permits to international students.
Yeah.
So what happened is the huge influx of international students going to Canada created a pressure on overall infrastructure, including health services, overall services, housing, and everything. And those negative news started popping up everywhere on all the news channels and through the news articles, right? And then
Hmm.
came 2024, bringing the significant policy changes, study permit cap, and introduction of PAL. And then Canadian government, took some bold and tough decisions to reduce the number of international students going to Canada.
Yeah.
But there is couple of positive things and silver lining to it, which students are not aware about or students are not thinking about it. And if I were an international student, I believe, based on my experience, this is the best time to go to Canada, and I can prove it through 2 points.
Yeah.
Number one, back in October 2024, Canadian government actively worked on identifying those areas in which they actually need people to work. They
Yeah.
worked on those areas in which there are labor shortage, in the
Hmm.
sectors in which they need people, and they published those lists on their website along with their CIP codes and communicated to the entire world saying, if you would as an international student come to these areas, these fields, we will give you work visa because we
Yeah.
have jobs available in these areas. So,
Hmm.
see, when any government works on fixing its own system, refining its own system, and going through a positive correction, and also announcing to the entire world that this is the positive things we are doing for you to make your life better in Canada, there is nothing better than this. I
Hmm.
understand for you and me, the business has been affected, but this is really good decisions for the betterment for the international students. This is the
Yeah.
first reason.
Hmm.
Second reasons, job market is intertwined with the, competition. So as I said, in 2023, 437,000 students were going, or more than that, including the returning students. In
Hmm.
2024, Canadian government reduced that number by 45% actually. Another 10% in 2025 that comes to overall 55%. And last year, November, Canadian government announced that now we will only issue 155,000 new study permits in 2026. So
Yeah.
just use your common sense that if you are going to Canada in a program which are aligned with the labor shortage, Canadian government already did a work for you by reducing your competition to a very high extent. So I understand since last 2 years the narrative has been changing, but I believe all these decisions that Canadian government took, it is in the favor of international students because they also want international students to succeed, to do better, to achieve success. And all these decisions that they have taken should not be seen as restriction, but should be seen as a stabilization, a path to stabilization. And even if you would see the job market right now, I was attending the India Today Summit back in February 2026 in Delhi. And Ontario's job minister and economic development minister, Victor Fedeli, was there. You know what he said? He said in Ontario alone, there are 1,600 AI companies who are hungry to onboard skilled graduates. 1,600 AI companies. And he said in the future, more AI jobs will be generated in Toronto because Toronto is also widely considered as a birthplace of artificial intelligence. And thanks to Geoffrey Hinton, who is a Nobel laureate and who is the one who worked for decades, working on this artificial intelligence thing. So at George Brown, we are also offering these kind of programs which are very much aligned with the job market, which are very much aligned with the labor shortage. Like we offer a program called Applied AI Solutions Developments, providing you the skills to work in the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and deep learning. So I believe whenever students, they are actually going to meet the recruiters and meet you, your counselors in your office, I think these are the facts and figures that we should be telling them, like what happened in Canada and what's happening right now and why you should consider Canada. So for as per my experience, I think students should think about these reasons which I have just told you, and I think these would make sense to you when you will be selecting a study abroad destination for yourself. And apart from these two reasons, there are other generic reasons as well. For example, affordability. So Canada is quite affordable in comparison to other destinations like Australia, US, Europe, right, and UK. Canada is generally very safe, very welcoming. Toronto is very multicultural. Toronto is one city which adapts you very quickly. Like in 10 days, you would feel like I'm at home. You would not feel like I'm somewhere outside. Our Indian community is also very strong in this region. And as I said, please look out for the right program, right institution. As per your academic credentials, your work experience, the program should be aligned with the labor shortage. Then you are on the right path.
Yeah, see, I definitely believe that Canada is a great option. Looking at current scenario, also Canada like stands best of many. If we compare Canadian education, it's affordable also, and the living cost is also, if we compare with UK, any other country, it's kind of a best option for you, and then for the students. So student has completed BA with 55% in 2000 spouse case. Yes, it is eligible if it is like they have an experience, then it is eligible. Uh, they are eligible. You can contact us. See, we have 16 offices across India, and you can visit our nearest office right now. And there is no processing fees. And is there any application fees for George Brown College?
Uh, there is no application fee right now. We have waived off the complete application fee of 110 Canadian dollars. So if you're interested to apply to programs, please connect to our authorized partners like Landmark Immigration, and you can submit your applications through them without any application fee.
Yeah. So there is no application fees, there's no processing fees. So you can, apply without any hesitant. You can choose a college. We are not charging you anything. See, Landmark is focused on your career, not on our career, so that is why we don't charge our clients anything. And a lot of students tell us that those consultants are not taking, charging huge amounts. So definitely, see, we want our students to shine when they reach abroad, and that is why past 20 years have been a good, feedback market for us. And in this 20 years, we have sent approximately more than 40,000 students, and which are, satisfied with Landmark services. So in the end, my last question, Vivek, to you will be like, see, first year, is very difficult for the students to settle in. What kind of support, your college is providing to the students academically and personally, so because that is the time when the student needs that support. And what kind of accommodation options does the student has?
Sure. Thanks, Jasmeet, for asking this question. See, I understand, for students and parents, it's not an easy option to first, decide about which destination to choose. And after choosing a destination, getting a study visa, when you prepare yourself to go to that country, there are so many questions you have in your mind. What should I prepare? How to prepare? What things I need to take with me? What things I shouldn't take with me, right? So at George Brown, we have our international center team. And after getting your study visa to Canada, when you're preparing for your arrival, First, we conduct a pre-departure orientation session for you to support you. This orientation session basically is a virtual session of 1.5 hours where we tell you what documents you need to prepare, what documents you can retrieve when you reach at Pearson International Airport, right? Like your study permit letter and more. How you can reach your campuses or your accommodation from Pearson International Airport, what taxi services, transit services options are available. Then, once you reach Canada, then we do a second orientation session called International Student Start Orientation. This you can attend in person in our campuses. If you are not reached Canada by that time, then you can attend it virtually again. In these sessions, we give you a lot of tips and tricks on, study, work, about the housing, about any questions that you have related to immigration, health insurance, and many more. And finally, we conduct our academic orientation session to clarify any of your doubts which are related to your programs, co-ops, internships, or about your timetable. All these three orientation happens before the commencement of your program. Once you start your program, then you need support on job finding process. If you then We at George Brown, in all the three campuses, we have very efficient and effective career services department where we have professionals and advisors from health insurance health human resource management industry with decades of work experience to assist you, to prepare you, to guide you on every aspect of job finding process, right? If you are a student with any kind of disability, we also have accessible learning services department to support you. And there is one department, there is one service center which I really like the most is a peer coaching center. It's like here students help students. So the students who have already completed their semester one or two, who are in the third semester, and you are going as a new international student, then you can take help from these current students who are studying in these semesters to understand how to manage your work life balance or how to perform well in your academics. Or sometimes they also work as peer tutor, like it's a kind of a tuition center service, right, where you can reach out to a peer tutor to clarify any of your doubts related to your academics. So these are the services that we offer. We also have a student association that supports you on any queries you have related to your health insurance, or if you are facing any legal problems in Canada, or if you would, sometimes there are few cases in which you will find yourself in a kind of a limbo where you don't understand what to do, what not to do, right? So student association comes out there to help you. So there are many services, dozens of services we have, but right now all these services are coming into my mind. Regarding accommodation, we have three good accommodation options for you. Number one is our own residence by the name The George, and it is located just next to waterfront campus of George Brown. It is next to Distillery District, which is one of the most popular tourist destination in Toronto City. And it costs you around 1,400 Canadian dollars per month, but it is at the higher side cost wise, but it is at higher side. The reason being, it's in downtown itself. You save a lot on your transportation costs. It's very safe and secure. Nobody can enter into this building without a key card. It consists of a laundry facility, barbecue. There are indoor games opportunities, and these students also gets 30% straight discount on YMCA membership. Uh, if
Oh,
you if you think this is not in your budget, then I would advise you to go for our homestay accommodation program, which is like a paying guest facility with one of the Canadian families. And this service of George Brown has been supporting our international students since more than a decade. It costs you around 950 Canadian dollars, including your accommodation, your sharing bathroom and sharing kitchen, and you have a separate room there with all the utilities and facilities that you need. And recently, we have also partnered with Four Stay Housing, four in numeric. This is for, I believe, for mature students who would like to find their accommodation by themselves. So it's like finding an accommodation online at a marketplace. You go there, fill your form, list your requirements, and then it will show you all the listing of accommodation. You connect to the owner directly, pay via credit card, and your accommodation is booked. So these are few services that we have in terms of accommodation and general services at George Brown to support you, help you, so that you can do well in your academics, so that you would not jeopardize with your studies and fully focused on your studies.
Definitely. So in the end, do you want to give any message to our viewers?
Uh, in today's scenario, I think I've been attending a lot of education fairs, and students sometimes think that Canada is becoming unwelcoming and Canada is closing its doors to international students. But
Yeah.
that is actually not true, because you do not have the right information, you do not have the right guidance with you. The
Yeah.
most important thing right now, more than ever, is meeting the right people who can guide you in the right direction, who would guide you which is the right program for you as per your credentials, to guide you which programs are work permit eligible, which programs are labor shortage aligned, which programs would get you the jobs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so guidance right now is the most important thing. So please meet the right people, attend the right education fairs, meet the experts. That's my message to you.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, guidance is always needed. It was not this time, also not previously. People stopped taking guidance. They just started choosing their programs and started choosing
Absolutely.
their colleges.
Just do not believe in the rumors.
Yeah,
That's
so
important.
students, there's a lot of scope right now also in Canada, and Canada being very affordable, beautiful country with low population and a lot of settlement options. I feel it's a right choice for a lot of students and the parents. And do not miss India also when you are in Canada. And the people in Canada are really, really accepting. So you can contact us at 9041390412, or you can WhatsApp us 9815008001. And if you want to talk to Vivek for any other, queries, or you have any doubt, and we can also get you connected with Mr. Vivek and solve all your queries. So there are a lot of interesting programs at George Brown right now. And if you're looking at a city environment and a buzzing place, I think George Brown is the right choice for you. So thank you, Vivek, for your time, and I'll appreciate the information you have given us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jasmeet, and thank you all the students for listening to me. If you would like to know more about our programs, please visit our website. As I said initially, we have 80 plus programs which are work permit eligible. We have programs under STEM, under healthcare, logistics and supply chain, huge number of programs under STEM category, and also a really good number of programs under skilled trades. Thank you.
There is an application. There's a question that there is application fee waiver.
Yes, it's still going on. Yes, there is application fee. If you're interested to apply, you don't need to pay anything.
Yeah. Now we are closing the live session. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmeet. All
Thank
the
you.
best.